because they had an island inside.
So it's made of this.
Yeah. So this was made in like 19th century run and still using. You know. So firstly, I will give you some different type of Japanese tea, which is used for welcome tea. And one of the tea, this matcha and those like green tea, we also serve in the temple as well to welcome people. And also we have the place in the temple. It's called chajo in Japanese. It means like a tea place in Japanese. This is a place for one of the community space between the Buddhists and also the people in the local. So everybody can easy to enter the place and have a tea and to talk about local issues or something people who have some anxious things and to consult. So yeah, about the history of the Japanese tea, it's back to like 6th century or 12th century. It says they have many ways to explain by the different researchers. But the most famous one is the 12th century. It's called Eizai. He went to China to learn Buddhism. And then when he finished like 4 or 5 years his training, and then he back to Japan. This powder is very special because I also visit his farm often, and I mean yeah, he has actually Japanese tea now is like a 70% one cultivar, which is called Yabukita. This cultivar occupies 70% of the tea farm in Japan.
Okay.
But other tea farms which I trade with, has like more than 90 cultivars, different cultivars, which is like a 10% minority. But there has more character and really featured like smell and taste. So yeah, and I really don't like chemical tea because the taste is all different. Because if you compare the ordinary tea and chemical free tea, the tea balance is also different, and the back taste is really longer to remain. So it means not using any chemical. Yeah. Some tea farmers use nitrogen to make tea sweeter. Yeah, they put the nitrogen underground because tea is naturally getting weaker if you harvest every year. So this is a very productive way to like a commercial way to product. But yeah, this Hagimura-san is always make a small lot and small harvest, and some places are always resting. So this is very good. So his tea was really special. So yeah. So yeah, he sold matcha to the G7 summit, which is organized in the 2018, I think. And also, the Starbucks coffee.
Starbucks
coffee also approached him to purchase his matcha because the quality is good. So he's testing to serve the huge amount of the matcha to Starbucks in Nyein Prefecture. Only the near lesions. So it's like a testing. So this is very good matcha tea. Basically, we serve the matcha like this from Natsume with this bamboo spoon, about 2 spoons each time. And also use the bamboos.
Okay. So now, are there some rules on how to drink it?
Yeah, we just,
Which one? Left hand or right hand?
left hand is better. And then,
Left.
yes, and then just turn twice.
Like this?
Yes, and then up there, just a little bit up there. It means like appreciate.
Yes.
And then like a little bit bold, and then drink. Yeah. Yes. Then twice turn back, and then put it on here.
Okay.
Yes. That's a way to drink matcha green tea.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it tastes a little bit bitter because they have lots of caroline, vitamin C, and also the catechin, and a little caffeine as well.
It tastes
And
excellent. It tastes amazing.
Yeah, this is very good because I researched almost whole Japanese tea farmers, about like 1,200, and then selected the 200 farmers. But some of the tea farmers use chemical things, and like so then we selected to 200 into 220. So this is one of the 20 tea farms.
Okay.
So
this one is totally without any chemicals?
any chemicals.
But aren't there then difficulties with pests if you don't use chemicals?
Yes, it's quite difficult because I think it's possible, but the human change the how to say the routines. If they live with the nature, it's growth, and getting stronger by themselves. But once people tell how to make more harvest, or to put the chemical, and then the natural balance going to be changed. So then it's the plant itself getting weaker and weaker.
I see.
It's like a drug, it's like a drug, it's, and then we need to put more, chemical stuff to, like a nitrogen to make sweeter and so on. But, if you just, keep, the amount of the harvest, so and then rest, the land, the tea going to be stronger by the sun. So this is the way to avoid any damage or even the insect bites, but it doesn't reflect serious,
I see.
if it's not using any chemicals, because they start growing the another stems and make new leaves. So this is the very natural way, and now unfortunately the number of chemical free tea farmer are from 20% of the all tea farmer in Japan. Because if you use chemical things, it's much easier to produce and also harvest. Because you can kill the whole insect by the chemical and also preserve the color and so on. And this is not really good. And we have a definition of the matcha green tea because why it's really dark color and a little bit bitter. Because they have definition, but some tea places in Kyoto, the old capital, they little bit change their definition. But actually, we need to cover the tea leaves, for 2 weeks. So they cut the sunlight for 2 weeks. So then the tea going to be survive by the sun. So it's keep more green colors, and also they didn't take any sunlight. So then it's not going to be yellowish color. Yeah. So that before the harvest, about 2 weeks, we cover tea leaves. So then it's going to be matcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything added into the tea powder, or is it just the tea leaves?
Just the tea leaves.
Dried and
exactly.
And pounded, right?
Yeah, exactly. It takes so much time and many efforts because the matcha is really sensitive. Because when we harvest the tea, we take the all, how do you say this? It's not the
The
stem.
veins?
Yes.
Veins? Do you mean the veins in the leaf?
Yes, veins of the leaf. We need to take all
You
the
need to
veins.
take them
Yeah.
out?
Because quality is getting different. It's not going to be the powder if there is veins. So we all take off the veins first, and then dry them out in the brick kiln. Yeah, taking drying and down and drying down and drying down with a different temperature.
So again, how do you dry the leaves?
The firstly we use air.
So you keep it outside. You say you use air. What do you mean?
Now it's inside of the factory, but there is a space to growing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's possible to dry out outside, but maybe some other obstacles like insect or some like grass into the tea leaves.
So you keep it like inside in a house or in a certain box, or how do you?
Inside of the quite big factories. But there is many spaces and nothing to obstacle, and they have the net. Like protecting like a malaria. There is a big net.
Okay.
And then blow in the air.
Okay.
And the tea leaf is like frying. A few hours, frying. But firstly, after we harvest, we steam. Because if we don't steam, it's going to be oxidized and getting like a dark color. So we steam and then stop oxidizing, and then dry by the air. Then after we cut like 70% of the water from the leaves, we put the brick stoves.
Okay.
Yeah, brick stoves. Because it can be much easier to control the temperature and also not getting really hot. So then we use like specific brick stoves. It's automatically going down, and after it dries out, it's going down. It has like a little little steam.
Little corridor, like
Yeah, exactly.
which they travel down.
Yeah, so then it's going down to like really dried the tea leaves, and then after that we take off the veins. Now there's some company has a machine to take off the veins and also separate and distribute the color and the different size of the leaves. So then after that we grind the tea leaves, but we cannot use any metal grinders because metal grinders going to be much more bigger, how do you say it, the size of the tea powder. So the quality cannot assured, and also it's not easy to mix together. So we always use a stone to grind. It takes so much time actually. Like ancient time we only use hand, so it takes like sometimes like 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah. But if you make like this amount, maybe 2-3 days you need to grind by hand. So that's why matcha is really expensive, in the ancient time. So only skilled people could drink. Now we have a machine, so if you go to the factory, the stone is just learning by the computer. So then there is a stone mill, and it's grinding automatically like 20 or something. But yeah. When I talked to one German tourist, who are interested in matcha green tea, and he complained why it's so expensive, the matcha green tea here. And then basically people produce we just hungry for 2 days for this amount. Would you like to try? And he brought stone mill, and he did like 40 minutes to grind, but still little amount you cannot make a matcha green tea. And finally he understood, evaluated the matcha green tea. Okay, this is the light price. It's only this is the story from the picture. They live really long. Now matcha is much average, we also have, is like a little imitation matcha, then use, like a beans and tea leaves together to grind. And even they use like a stainless grinder. Focus on the TV programs. So yeah.
Japanese are very famous for their longevity. Drinking tea be a reason for them?
It's easy to understand. This is like me, I drink. Always get the finish is really good. Also the start, it's good. He makes me very strong. It's very smooth mindfulness. Smooth to go. So tea, the green tea has ingredients called endless grinder. It's like something like even the times, on the times as well. So this is totally different.
May I know how much tea usually someone who's enthusiastic and happy about tea, how much tea would this person in Japan drink every day?
If you research it precisely, maybe they have a little bit, but compared to green tea, in this region, we have more thin. Really helps concentration. So then people drink. And also a little bit, like 2-3 cups, sorry.
2-3 cups per day, okay.
But some of the places like Shizuoka, which is they have like two ways of the ingredients. One good thing is the concentration. production.
So some of the U.S. companies they use the matcha powder.
Basically, they do
protein
5-6
because it helps to
some of the
concentrate
who are really healthy, like 80, 70
so they
years
use a
ago,
thin
the people like apples, they drink like
protein powder sometimes.
Yeah.
If you Google the saying,
they
sometimes you
like
can
a lot.
see the picture of like
when they're older, they
because it
I mean,
also use a different way. Even like someone who study like for an entrance exam or something, they try to take
average,
concentrate.
this age is like a woman is like 8.
So green tea has
8.
many
And
benefits.
then it's 81.
Even the vitamin C has included.
So then
Other like
people
black
should
tea or oolong tea, they don't
that
have
was
much vitamin C as well.
focus on the TV programs.
Japanese are
I think
very
this
famous for their
contributes
longevity.
to-
Could drinking tea be a reason for that?
Helps balance.
like me, I drink.
We drink a lot of tea
I
actually.
always make a leaf tea every morning and drink as a start. It's good concentration, good to refresh the mind, like a mindfulness. So tea, I mean the green tea has ingredients called theine. Theine, THEANIN, I think theine.
Okay.
This is not contained in the like a blue tea, like a oolong tea, even like a black tea. They don't have
And they don't have this
theine. Yeah. I mean, if you research like precisely, maybe they have a little bit, but compared to green tea or maybe matcha, they have more theine. Theine helps, the concentration, and then, and also a little bit like how to say, the feeling like excited a little bit. So they have like a two ways on the ingredients, but one good thing is the concentration. So some of the U.S. company like they use the matcha powder for the protein because it helps to concentrate to build up. So they use a theanine for protein powder sometimes. Yeah. If you Google the theanine, sometimes you can see the picture of like a muscle guy because it also used a different way. Even like someone who study, like for the entrance exam or something, to university, they try to take and concentrate, So green tea has many benefits. I mean, even the vitamin C has included. Other like black tea or oolong tea, they don't have much vitamin C as well. I think this contributes to the health balance in Japan a lot. I mean, we drink a lot of tea actually. Now like people drink a bottle tea,
But this contains only a little ingredients because bottle tea is basically made by really cheap tea. I mean like really mixed, and it doesn't matter wherever it harvests. It's going to be only one places and mix and then make the tea in the bottle. So we cannot predict which bottle tea is good or not. This is very difficult. But actually, leaves tea, we are sure to trace the producer. So then, which is contained and which is not contained, we can easily to detect. So we basically try to drink the tea leaves because it's better. But some people don't know, and especially younger generation, they used to drink a bottle of tea. But including the bottle of tea, we drink a lot of tea every day. As for me, like I drink tea like 2-3 liters per day.
2-3 liters per day?
Yeah, per day, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I always drink tea, so
Okay.
like a water.
You
Same
drink
as you know.
Okay.
And also, I mean, my ancestor, my grandmother passed away like 101 years old, and also my grandpa and grandma was like 103 and 101 years old to pass away. So yeah, and we drink tea and also lots of fruits. Here is a lot of fruits in the local, like grapes, oranges, and mandarin oranges. We also have mandarin oranges, and we don't use any chemicals. So we just pick from tree from like September to January. So it also contributes, you know, to live longer. I think. Yeah.
So eating a lot of fruit and drinking matcha?
Yeah, matcha or leaf tea, green tea.
Okay.
This is very helpful. So yeah, I will make a little green tea as well.
Okay.
Just a little bit, little portion.
What is the traditional polite way to do if I finish drinking? Is it, I mean, like, should I like wash it, or can I go wash it, or what
Yeah.
usually
When,
what's the polite way?
When you finish,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the tea ceremony, after you drink, you swipe the drink base by hands. Like this. For example, if you drink from here, there is a matcha, right?
Okay.
So then we will swipe like this.
Okay.
After drink, and then turn and maybe back to the owner.
Okay. But then you
And
need
then
to
you
clean
can-
your hand, right? You don't clean the hand. You don't clean the fingers.
No. This is tradition.
Okay.
No one cares, so then you can just clean the matcha and then back in
I see.
with some comment like oh, this tea was good.
It was very good. Yes.
Yeah,
I see.
or
Very nice.
maybe this pottery was like something nice, or they will, or sometimes the people who see the the tea rooms, and then if there is some like a flower or something, they mention about the flower, oh, this flower could be like seasonal, and this would be nicer.
I see.
Good smell, like fragrance in the room. This is a polite way in the tea rooms. And then we always board, after, drink, oh, thank you, and then, back.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so this is a way to drink the Japanese tea. And also, when we drink leaves tea in the tea ceremony room, we also like, we put this one to make a tea, for example. Okay, anyway, I will do the everything from the beginning. This is teapot, it's called. And we put the tea here. So it's about 3 grams. So this is for 1 cup. This is Japanese paper. This is a specific pot, which is made in Nyein Prefecture. It's called Bankoyaki pottery. It's not very long, but 200 years history. About leaf tea, the temperature is really important. So then we put the hot waters here. This is called a yuzamashi to cool down the temperature. Teams are getting open. In about 1 minute. This is Oiwase cultivar. It's called Oiwase. It's a cultivar's name. This is produced in Miyazaki, in Aichi Prefecture here. The place is surrounded by the mountain. Even the same the same state, same prefecture, it takes 1 hour from here because the location is in the mountain. So yeah, and he's the 6th generation of this farm. It starts from 1820. They don't use any chemicals also. Yeah, they don't use anything. But tea farm is still small, but they are learning, you know. So this Oiwase cultivar is good with aroma, and the fragrance is grassy and very featured Japanese green tea. I actually like this. And last week I purchased from the tea farmer's tea. Okay, so now it looks open, the tea leaves. So it's it's open. So then it's time to drink. About tea, the last drop has more amino acids, more good aroma content. So the last drop is really important. So this is Oiwase cultivar, and when we drink, like up, and then appreciate, and then drink.
So first, do I turn it, or first?
This is not. This is not.
This one is not for
not,
turning?
Yes.
So only the big cup is for turning?
Yes, exactly. Just for matcha. See, we serve like this, and yes.
Okay.
Then,
So now I put it out?
just, yeah. this,
Like this.
and then
Rub
yes,
a little.
and then put this here,
put it
and
down.
then drink the tea.
And then I take the
Yeah.
cup off. Okay.
Yes. But if it's hot, you can look here.
It's not. I see. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I can go like this. And now this is not needed to turn. I do not have to turn it. Okay. So I can turn like this. Yeah, I can drink like this. Okay. And now I just put back.
Yes.
Okay. And now, do I swipe the fingers?
No.
No.
This is okay.
No, with this small cup, we do not swipe.
We don't need
But
to.
with the big cup, we do.
Especially only, not especially, only the matcha.
That's for matcha. Uh-huh.
This is a leaf tea, so. we
So
don't
if
need to-
matcha is put in the small cup, then we will swipe the fingers.
Yes, but usually we put the big
You
cup.
put it in the cup. Okay, nice. Thank you very much. Very nice. Thank you.
So this is the traditional green tea called Iwase coffee. This is the grassy fragrance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Strong green tea, taste. So yeah, and also we have.
So, do you have
Yes.
any specific purpose for each tea? For example, it seems like you drink different kinds of tea. Do you drink a certain kind of tea for a certain kind of occasion and a different kind of tea for a different kind of occasion?
Yes, we have. Especially we live with 4 seasons. So then we change the seasons, seasonal tea, and the harvest time is also different. The first brush green tea, it harvests from, it depends on the price from south to north. I mean, from the south, it harvests quite earlier. It starts from March until the May. So then we drink first brush green tea, especially from the spring season, especially treat the tea for the first brush green tea. And then during the summertime from the June to August, we have the second brush. So we also make the second brush green tea, as well as different fermented green tea as well. It's sort of we call that the blue tea, but blue tea.
Blue,
Blue
yes,
tea,
yes.
but it's sort of the process is almost same as oolong tea, Chinese oolong tea. So yeah, and also we serve this sort of the tea. Now we have the stock of this. It's yes. This is type of oolong tea. It's called kamairicha in Japan. So, I mean, like the summer season, especially in the Kyushu region, in Japan, we serve this tea. You can see the difference with the tea leaves. It's a little bit curly because they use the big pan to dry out the water from the tea leaves. So then it's going to be the curly tea leaves. This is a feature of blue tea. Yeah.
Oh, that's the blue tea, and
This is blue tea,
that's what
but
you
it
would
looks
be-
green tea, but a little bit oxidized a little bit because they makes pans.
And that's what you would drink in summer, sometime in
Yeah,
summertime.
exactly. Because someone is getting like sweaty, and the green tea is also okay, but this sort of tea is much more smooth to drink in summertime because Japan is really humidity in summer. So this time it's much more goes down well, so then more fresh. So this type of tea also, yeah, popular to welcome in the summer season. Yeah. If we have time while he stay here, we can sell any different type of tea as well. Yeah. We also have this is we serve the black tea in the winter sometimes. This is a Japanese cultivar. It's called Beni Hikari. This is very rare black tea cultivar.
That's a black tea.
This is very specific fragrance. So this is also very unique taste. The tastes are not like Indian tea. It's very straight and no bad taste. But fragrance is very fruity. So this is already open. It's a different time. It's going to be open.
Okay. So the little rolls actually open up, right?
Exactly.
Unroll.
Yeah. Because they make the tea in the pan, so making the rolling, and then when we pour the hot water, it's back to open. This one is harvested in the Miyazaki Prefecture in the Kyushu region in the south in Japan. This one also sells really good tea. So color is different. It's same green tea, but a little bit different.
So now I put it over there.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Very tasty. Very
Oh,
good.
thank you. This might be better in the summer season than in the humidity season.
Okay, thank you very
so
much
much.
for the detailed presentation. This was actually my first lesson in drinking tea.
Oh, that's great.
I never learned about tea
Oh,
apart from reading a little book from my friend who is owner of many tea shops.
wow.
And I finished reading the book today in the morning. So, but it's great to see it in practice. This is very interesting.
That's great. Thank you so much.
どうもありがとうございまし
ありがとうござい
た。
ます。